Yo, morning, my people. Top of the top. It is Friday, August 8th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him, all things is possible. Top of the top to all my kings and queens out there moving this early Friday morning. Safe travels to everybody out there going to wherever it is that they got to go. Get to where you going safe. Just be safe out here. Be aware of your surroundings, man. I don't care where you're going, where you got to be today. Please arrive there safe. And remember, with Him, all things is possible. Yes, sir. Top of the top to everybody, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. 1 second. Uh, yeah. So anyway, yes, it's Friday. It is Friday. One of my favorite days, man. You know what I mean? And y'all know me, man. I'm super excited. We 1 week away from the No Duck Zone third annual barbecue next week, man. It's going down. Next Saturday is going down, and I'm super excited, man. So, man, I'm just in good spirits. I'm always in good spirits, man. But it's just something about when it gets close to the barbecue that I get super excited. So, we're gonna get into a few things about that, um, and some other things. So let's get into it. So, for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Oh, I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciative, thankful for seeing another day. Uh, I had an interesting day, y'all, yesterday, right? I had a very interesting, but it wasn't super interesting, but I was walking in the streets of Manhattan, and me, I'm a guy who I've always been a walker. That's just always been me. And I had to go take care of some business, and I found myself walking, and damn near walked through half of Manhattan, and then had the audacity to walk back home. That's something that's always been stored in me, man. I just always do that. But let me give a shout out to my peoples first, man. Miss Fields, what's up, Queen? BBO, I see you. What up, Josh? What up, Crush? Um, yeah. So I found myself, you know, walking, and I'm like, oh God, what am I doing? And, sometimes your mind just tells you. It doesn't really tell you where to go. It just says go, and that's what it was for me, man. I was just on the move, and good exercise. If you're not exercising on the regular and you're not going to the gym and you don't do anything at home, remember walking is probably one of the top exercises, man. It's almost like jogging. Like jogging is good, which I have not got to do at all this summer. It seemed like I haven't been interested in it. I've been thinking about it, but haven't made me efforts to do it. But just staying in tip top shape as much as you can is good. So don't ever not afraid, but there's nothing wrong with getting out, taking a little walk just to get your body ready, because we all don't want to. We all gonna get old, but we all don't want to. We all want to get to the age where we're in our 60s or 70s and 80s, that we're still in shape, and we want to be able to do for ourselves and not have people do for us. A lot of us have grandparents, or we just see people who they can't do for themselves, and a lot of them are living upset with it because they want to be able to do for themselves. So Eli, what up? What up? What's popping, my guy? Hold on, Eli. Let me get you. Let me get you. Let me get you. Let me get you. Let me wrench you up, man. My man Eli done came through. My man Eli done came through. I'm gonna be at the gym, Eli. You got to give me a minute. I was sick So I'm not doing no gyms right now. So if not next week, the week after, probably the week after, I'll come on to Morris Park. Right now, I can't play with no gyms right now. Walking is the best thing. Yeah, yeah. Walking is always something that's been a part of my life. I think since the time I was a shorty, that's all I ever did was walk. That's why walking today is nothing for me. That's why down south, when I lived down south, they were making fun of me, and they'd be like, "Yo, he gonna walk back to New York." Like they would make jokes, but on the real, I'm the type that my legs have always been my vehicle. Now, of course, living in New York, right? You got cabs, you got buses, you got trains, but the problem is there's a lot that comes with that. No, well, because I live in Harlem, Eli, they had some type of virus going on out here in Harlem. I know you heard about it because it was all over the news. It was everywhere. So it didn't seem like it was a New York thing. It just seemed like it was a Harlem thing. I don't know what the fuck go on. I walk around with my mask. I've always done so. When you see me in the gym, that's what I'ma have. My mask on because I don't know. It didn't happen in the gym. I thought it might have happened for me going to different gyms, but it was something going on out here in Harlem. Yeah, so I'm not with the bullshit. I got to protect myself. I got a wife I got to come home to, and I don't want to be around other people and make them sick. You know what I mean? So we got to protect ourselves a little more than what we're doing. But I live. Yeah, well, when I lived down south, there were certain things that you couldn't walk to, and there were certain things you had to walk to. Because that was a place down there that you had to have some type of vehicle. Nah, I'm not playing. I'm definitely not playing, Eli. Hell no, I'm not playing. I care about my health, and I can't put my life in jeopardy. When I got sick real bad where I couldn't do anything for myself. My breathing was shot. All this happened like 2 weeks ago. So I was out of it. I was almost like dead to the world. But I'm good now. I couldn't eat. I had lost a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't see it because I'm gaining it back slow, but I had lost weight because I couldn't eat anything. I didn't have an appetite. But now I'm back on my feet. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, with the walking for me, that's always been something that's been a part of my life. It's just sometimes you got to take a break because you'll hurt your legs, but it's healthy. When I see a lot of elderly people in their 70s and 80s and they actually out here been able to walk, and then I look at a young person, I go, "Your sorry ass won't even walk. That's too far to walk." Oh, I'm tired. But I see somebody that's 75, 80 years old and they doing more than you. I look at you and be like, "You're pitiful. You're pitiful." Because if that elderly person can get out and do that maybe 2 times a week, I mean, I don't know how many times they do it. They might do it 5 times, a week. The doctor will tell you it's. Hold on, let me read. A doctor will what? It is, and I think that's why every time, Josh, I've ever went to the doctor, there's never been a problem with my heart. There's never been it's never been a problem with my breathing till I got sick. But other than that, there's never been a problem. I've never heard the doctors be like, "Yo, it's a problem," because that's all I do. That's all I do. Like I'll get on the train, but even when I get on the train and I get off the train, if I have to go somewhere, a lot of times I have to walk. I go to certain places, I'll be like, all right, even though I'm getting off the train, it might require for me to get on the bus to get to this place. But if I have enough time, I'm gonna walk because that's just what I do. Sometimes I don't like to walk just to walk. Sometimes I like to get familiar with the neighborhood that I'm in or wherever I'm going, just in case if I'm ever in this place again, I know how to get up out of here or I know where to go. I know what stores to stop at to get something to eat. I know where the train stations is at. It's all about getting familiar with things. That's the word of the day, y'all. Familiar. We have to get familiar with things that are that'll help us. Um, and puts us in the right direction. So that's what I like to do. Even when I'm in the car, my eyes are wandering around while we're in the car because I have to do that to look and see, okay, this is how we get here. I start looking at the distance from wherever it is I either got picked up at, or as we're coming in and I look and I go, okay, here's a store here, there's a train there, there's a bus there, there's this here, there's that there. I'll know how to get up out of this situation. And I don't mean like a bad situation. I'm just saying a situation. This is why I always say you have to pay attention to your surroundings. It's always important to pay attention to your surroundings. Coco Tina! Coco! Coco, next Saturday, Coco? Next Saturday, Coco? Coco, don't make me come out there and look for you, Coco. I don't have time. I don't have time to come looking for you, Coco. I'm a busy man. I got to get ready for next Saturday. I have no time to be stopping what I'm doing the week of my barbecue to have to come look for you, Coco. I don't have to come do it, Coco. Please. Don't make me stop what I'm doing, Coco. If me and Tiff have to come out there, you're going to owe us a whole dinner. Yeah, you always pay attention to your surroundings. And this is why I always tell people that when you're out in public, Vane, what up? Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention. It's very important that you do that. Rather good or bad. So when I'm walking, it does something different to my body, especially in the summertime, especially in New York. New York is probably one of the most beautifulest places that you could walk during the summer, even though crazy shit happens. But let me tell you something. If you ever in the New York area for the summer, right, come walk in Central Park. That's probably one of my favorite places to walk. Yeah, I know, Coco. I'm messing with you. I can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait to see everybody next Saturday. Central Park is one of the most beautifulest places to walk for the summer. I kid you not. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not telling you this because it's my city. Central Park is one of the most beautifulest places to walk out the whole New York City for the summer. And I live probably, oh, Jesus, probably 20 something. I'm probably 20 something, maybe 20 something blocks from Central Park. Well, it's nothing for me to walk from Central Park the way I'm at. But Central Park is such a big, it's one of the biggest parks in New York City. So where it starts and where it ends, shit, that's all on you. Depends on where you're going. But it's you, yeah, including people watching. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so as I'm taking the stroll, and like I said, there's something about walking in New York when the weather's warm, better than the winter. I mean, I've done it in the winter, but it's really not a good feeling. So I'm like, okay, I won't try that again. That's when I'm starting to look for the train. That's at that point, then I'm looking for the train. And if I am walking in the winter, believe me, I got something warm in my pocket. I got me a shot of something. You know what I mean? Depends on where I'm coming from. Now, as I'm going to handle my business, I won't drink. But coming back, oh yeah, I'm gonna have me a shot of something because I'm like, woo, it's cold out here. But even in the winter, when the trains is right there, I'm still a person who likes to walk. Getting familiar with things that's healthy for you or can help you is very important. You always pay attention to where it is, where you're going. Um, that's how a lot of people, and not to bring this up, it sounds crazy, but if you notice, a lot of people that's been kidnapped are able to tell police sometimes where they're at or where they were going, or tell somebody where they were going because while they're in that car, they could pay attention to their surroundings. They see what's going on. John, I see you. Appreciate you, King. They pay attention to their surroundings. You got these little 8-year-old, 9-year-old kids that they can call 911 and give a description and tell them where they at and what's around them, because even at that young age, kids are paying attention to their surroundings. And it's crazy because these kids today are different. These little, not the teenagers, I'm talking about the younger, our babies. They are different because they're taught to pay attention to their surroundings. But I'm like that no matter where I'm traveling to, even out of town. I like to look at certain things and I go, okay, let's remember this. Because if we ever get in a situation, we need to remember this area. We need to remember where this is where the gas stations is at. We need to remember this is where the stores is at. We need to remember this was the last place that we stopped at. And so when I'm always talking about paying attention to your surroundings, I'm not just talking about the people that you hang out with. Of course, that's major, right? But I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about places you go and remembering things, getting familiar with things. Even if you don't hang out in those places on a regular, it's not about you hanging out. I don't need to get familiar with here because I don't come here. Landmarks. Exactly, John. You need to, it doesn't matter if you hang there or not. It doesn't matter if you don't have family there. It doesn't matter. You need to pay attention, because if something happens and you ever have to go back to that area for whatever reason, you're like, okay, I know about that area. I don't hang in that area, but we were in that area one time because we stopped at the store. We stopped at the gas station. Somebody I might have known lived there. Okay, I know where you at. We'll be on our way. So when I'm in the car, like I said, my eyes are wandering. And I'm looking around and I'm like, okay. Because, all right, I don't know if y'all agree with me on this, but have y'all ever been in a situation where you get a ride from somebody and something happens and for some reason, either you get kicked out the car or you just decide, I'm not riding back with y'all, fuck it. I'll walk. But now, where you walking to? Do you know where you're going? Are you familiar with the surroundings? Because now you don't want to just get out somewhere where you don't know nothing about it. And there's wolves everywhere, so you got to be careful. I'm the type of guy, depends on where we at, I might put up with your shit for a little while. But if I see an opening that I can take, and I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Get me close enough to where it looks like it's home for me. I'm out of here. Might cost me a lot, might cost me a little, but I'm out of here. Because I'm just the type of guy where I'm just like, I'm not going to depend on you. I had a dude that I used to be cool with. He's a sucker too. Sucker. I know one day he'll probably find out I got a podcast and he'll look me up. Sucker. Told me, had the audacity to tell me something that we were talking, we were I guess disagreeing about something, and the sucker told me, well, you can walk home. Mind you, I'm right across the bridge. I'm from the Bronx, but I reside in Harlem. And I'm like, this sucker must don't know. You know how many years I've walked across this bridge without anybody bringing me? And I'm looking at him like, because you got a car, you worried about getting a car before you worried about getting an apartment, dummy. And you gonna try to make it look like you trying to play me by telling me I could walk home, and that's exactly what my ass did. Walked home. A walk that I'm very familiar with, just to let him know I don't need you or your raggedy ass vehicle. So if you ever in a situation where if you don't like walking, I suggest you either get you a vehicle, or if you have any buses where you live or any trains or cabs, I suggest you do that. but never let anybody talk to you any kind of way, say anything to you, because they feel like they in control of the situation because they got you to where you at, or they feel like that. That's the kind of people that, you know, that exist in the world, who think they can just say whatever you want to say. But there's never nothing wrong with being healthy, y'all. Let's walk more. Let's exercise. If we're not going to the gyms, if we ain't doing no push-ups and sit-ups, if we ain't going to do that, we at least owe our bodies by walking. A couple of people tried me like that in high school. And when I walked, they ended up getting pulled over and locked up, shaking my head. Karma is real. Yes, karma is real. Karma is real. Karma is, it is real, Josh. But when he said that to me, Josh, I was like, oh, you trying to show off, and then you got this punk ass vehicle. So I don't know who you trying to impress. BC, what's up, man? Next Saturday, BC. Who you trying to impress? So when he said that, Josh, I'm like, first of all, I've been walking across this bridge since we was teenagers. What the fuck make you think I need you now? I didn't need you then. See, people get cute. People get cute on you when they get in certain positions. When they get stuff that they have never possessed before and had, they want to get different. They get a car, they get their first house, they get a little money, and then they want to act brand new, as if you're going to kiss their ass. I've never been one of those. People think make them, yeah, they think they make them better, and they don't. Because I looked at him like, you got a car, but you're still a bum. Because you thought about getting a car before you thought about putting a roof over your head. Anybody who thinks about getting a car before they think about getting a roof over their head, I'm looking at you like you're stupid. Yeah, I can't wait till BC. I got work I got to do. I gotta get ready to get out of here today because I gotta put some finishing touches. And then for the first 3 days of next week, yeah, I gotta put in some work. Never let anybody tell y'all, or never let anybody decide how you move. Walking is something that we all had to learn how to do before. After we crawled, what was the next thing we learned, right? What was the next thing we learned? Because we sure didn't learn how to drive. We crawled, and then we learned how to walk. Walking is something that's always been a part of our lives, and it will continue to be a part of our lives to the day we can no longer walk. Because at some point, we're not going to be able to. Oh, no ducks on mugs. Oh, you didn't get a mug? Oh, shit. See, this is why I told y'all to place y'all orders, because I don't really have no more mugs, man. Shit, BC. Oh, ay caramba. Shit. And I wanted merch. I wanted a lot of merch there, y'all, but I ain't gonna lie, because of my financial, I couldn't even have merch there like that. My whole plan was to have t-shirts at this, but this is why I was telling people, man, to try to, but it's okay, man. I'm gonna try to see what I can do. My daughter knocked my shit off the counter. What? Oh, BC, why would you leave that on the counter, bro? Not the counter. Damn, you supposed to have that locked up in a safe place. All right, I'm gonna see what I can do, BC. I got you. I got to holler at my wife because she's in that department. You know, being that she's my business partner, I really don't handle the merch and stuff. She really handles that, so I'll let her know. She be telling me you can't do everything. I'm your business partner. I got to be able to do something. All right, cool, copy. You got it. So I'm gonna let her know that. Yeah, man. She didn't knock it over on purpose. Little mama sure didn't do it. So, it's all right, man. I'll get her one too. How about that? I'll get her one so she can have one of her own. But so we all had to learn how to walk. We crawled, then we walk. Walking is something that's always been a part of our life. Hey, sometimes you got to walk out of people's lives. Sometimes people gonna walk out of your life. Walking is something that always will be a part of us until we can no longer do it. But I'm on some talking about staying healthy as much as you can. Um, you take a 20-minute walk, you take a 30-minute walk. You got to do it. You take a 30-minute walk, that's fine. You could take an hour walk, that's fine. But the walking is not always just about staying in shape. Staying in shape is one of them, but it's also you need to get familiar with the surroundings. There's a lot of places I would never hang and never go to. So, but I will still get familiar because I don't never know when I might have to actually be in that place. Or somebody might say, "Yo, meet me over here." You like, "Damn, dog, I don't really go over there, but I'll meet you over there. I know where you at. I know where you at. I'll pull up over there. I don't know what the hell you doing over there, but simple shit like that." I pray that every man on here, all of us, we all get to that age where we still healthy. 20 years from now, we all still healthy, and we all able to still get up out of bed and stretch. We don't have arthritis or, you know what I'm saying? We don't have none of that where we can just be able to still move and play with our children and, just live life to the fullest. Um, because at some point your body will break down on you. It's almost like a car. It'll break down on you. And I know for a lot of us on here, we're independent where we don't want anybody doing anything for us. We want to be able to do for ourselves because we don't. I'm sure a lot of us is independent. A lot of us. I've been talking to y'all for some time now. A lot of my brothers and sisters are independent, but it's like I don't want nobody doing this for me. I want to be able to do it for myself. But in order for us to do it for ourselves, we got to do it for ourselves. If you get what I mean. Now, of course, it's going to come to that point where we can't, but we don't want that to come too early. So, that thought depending on people is scary. That thought depending on people is very scary. I tell my wife it all the time, right? Because I always tell her, just because you older than me, that don't mean your body's gonna deteriorate or is gonna shut down before mine. It's not about age. Motherfuckers be 25 years old and their body shut down on them. Jeff Spark, what up? Motherfuckers be 25 years old. Y'all ever see somebody young like that? They be 25 years old and they 30 years old and their body shut down. Their body just totally shut down. And you like, damn, he only 25 though. How his body shut down? Shit happens. Nowadays, we live in a world where age don't mean shit. Nobody has to be in their 60s and 70s and 80s anymore for their body to shut down. Them days of that is over. If you think you got to be super old for your body to shut down, them days is over, man. Them shit's been over. Anybody can get it now. You could be 18 and your whole body just, for whatever reason. Yeah, I wish Josh could have made it here. You know what? I'm giving Josh Sanders to next year. Josh Sanders, you got until August 15th of 2026. Other than that, if you don't come out here, Josh, I'm coming to the Midwest, goddammit. And you better have some chicken for me because I heard they chicken over there in the Midwest is popping. So if you ain't here next week, I'm coming for you. Well, not next week, but next year. It be them rednecks we went to school with that been drinking since. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dog. Josh, my God. Them, yo, when they drink, You know, they start drinking young. They be 16, 17, 18. And by the time they 25, if they make it there, or 21, they bodies is finito. I'm like, yo, you 21 looking like you 40, bro. But that has something to do with it too. People beat their body up. Yeah, the body be shutting down by 21. And that's crazy. We got that. Yeah, I mean, I've been able to be blessed to look as young as I look, not looking 42 and probably looking like I'm in my 30s or maybe late 20s, is because I've been through some shit, but I've never wanted to abuse my body. I think when I was drinking heavy, I did, because you can see it in my face. But I never wanted to go that far where I could possibly get my body shut down. Because, you know, drinking is something that will definitely shut your body down. Don't get it twisted. People walk around like alcohol poison don't exist. And I'm like, dog, that shit exists. You got people who that's their breakfast, lunch, and brunch, and dinner. I'm like, yo, you can just wake up 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning and just bust down to 40, or you could drink some Jack Daniels at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sheesh. We all know that by the liquor store, the missing teeth. Yeah, yeah. It's like yellow eyes, yeah, yellow eyes and all that, bro. And I be looking like, yo, man. And then tell you, I don't want to catch you out here doing this. I've been drinking like this since I was 13, 14. Nigga, you still here? I don't want to see you dead, but damn. And that's what killed me, because if God is keeping you around this long where you can say, I've been doing this 30 years, and you ain't found a way to say, you know what, maybe I need to stop, because all the stuff I've been doing, he should have been took me out of here. So if you still here, you're here for a valid reason. But some of y'all want to keep playing Russian roulette with your body. Ain't nothing happened to me all this time. Cocaine ain't never did nothing to me. Crack ain't never did nothing to me. I've been here all this time. What could possibly happen? A friend of mine is 50, drinking for 20 years straight. He looks 75 years old. Skin looks crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought yellow eyes was from drinking alcohol and mixing cocaine with it, not crack, allegedly. You know what? When you doing all that, Josh, into one, because you know, sometimes you don't pick up habits at the same time. Habits come behind each other. Let me try this. Let me try that. Then let me try a little bit of this. What's a little bit of that? And you've been doing it 30 or 40 years, and you like, and this is the thing, people get so cocky, niggas need God. He said niggas need God and water. Man, niggas need a miracle. That's what they need. So if you've been doing it 30 or 40 years and you like, man, ain't nothing happened to me all this time. And I'm like, yeah, but that don't mean it won't happen to you, stupid. Don't something click in your head and go, yo, let me stop. But you've been doing it for 30, 40 years, so it's kind of hard to tell somebody just to stop. Not me. I'm 42 and I look damn good for it. And I'm not, I didn't want to be 42 looking like I was 75. That's bad, bro. Yo, and yo, Josh, BC, all my people in here, you ever went somewhere and you got in the club, but security asks you for ID, but don't ask your man because your fucking man look 20 years older than you? And you mad now because you like, wait a minute. I ain't asking for no ID because your man got gray hair. You and him are the same age, but he look 20 years older than you. What kind What kind of shit is that? He look 20 years older than you. They ain't asked him for no ID, but they steady harassing you. You like, wait a minute, bro. Me and homie the same age. This is crazy. But you should take that as a compliment. For anything, he should be upset. But he ain't gonna be upset. They ain't asked me for no ID. Yeah, because you look like my uncle. I He said, because we ain't tall. Yo, BC, shut up. Yo, this BC stupid. He said, because we ain't tall. Hell no. Nah. But I'm telling you, I know y'all see that. He said they trying to play us. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Tiffany go through that all the time. Tiffany be in the club and she get to the door, but because Tiffany has the face of somebody that's not 50 years old, like people don't know my wife is 50, but if you look at her, nothing about her says 50. She gets to the door, oh, ID is a must. ID is a must for her, bro. It's crazy. She be like, baby, I got ID at the door. I'm like, yeah, well, look at you. Why wouldn't you? You don't look 50. I don't look 42. For anything, me and you could both be in our damn 20s. Going into a place where they only accept people 35 and older. Because, you know, people will do that. They'll go try to make these fake IDs and shit. Yeah, yo, you stupid. Yo, VC, you're ass. But it's always best for us to try to stay healthy the best way we know how. Oh yeah, keep them compliments all the time. That's what. Yeah, let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something. When I first met my wife, she was 40. Yeah, she was in the 40s then, right? There was nothing about her at the time that said she was in her 40s because she really looked like she was in her 30s. So when she told me her age, it messed me up, and I'm like, and I didn't look. I was 35 when I met her. Shit, I didn't look 35. Matter of fact, I was getting ready to go on 35. It was nothing about me that said 35. I was in bad shape too because I was drinking heavy, but you still couldn't really see that I was, you know what I mean? But it was just a beautiful thing because I know some girls I went to school with right now. They look like great grandmothers. They out there, they out here right now on their Madea shit right now. They out here on their Madea shit. You like, damn, Tanisha, you was fine as fuck in high school, man. What the hell happened? I got older. Shit, you don't say. You don't say. Shit, body's 48. My mind just turned 4. Yo, yo, you stupid, BC. You know, you ever went to school with that chick and you see her years later, you had a crush on her, right? You had a crush on her, you liked her. You see her 20 years later, and you like, what the hell happened to you? Oh, life be life and shit. Bullshit. Bullshit. Life is dead. She done got kids, stretch marks. She going through it. 3 baby daddies. She going through it. You like, damn, Tanisha was bad as hell when we was in high school. Damn, Tanisha, man. Yo, man, listen, BC, man. I'm telling you, we always had that one girl. I don't care if it was our freshman year or whatever. We always had that. I don't care if we was in the 7th or 8th grade. We always had that one girl that we was crazy about. We was crazy about her. And then we look up, we like You know how they be having your neighborhood day or your neighborhood, everybody come out, the people who used to live there, the people that's from there. You see the one person and you like, yo, what the fuck happened to you? I told her she gonna blow up. She keep eating them. She almost in the life. Hey, y'all said she on 600-pound life. Oh, yo, Josh, you an ass, man. Oh man, Josh. Man, Josh, you ain't right for that one, man. God damn, you ain't right for that one, bro. You are not right for that one. Damn, bro. Damn, she didn't listen because her mom and daddy told her. She said, "I got it and didn't need no help." You know what? I don't feel sorry for a lot of those people that I see on that show. I think that show is whack. That show you how trash TV is, because you would have never saw shit like that years ago. I think that show is a waste of time. I hate to be judgmental, but that TV show is a waste of time. Because a lot of the motherfuckers don't want no help. They on there for attention. A lot of them just want to be on TV. There's only a small portion of them that probably got it together and actually followed through with the plan. And these people don't realize these networks, these TV shows are making money off y'all dumbasses. Y'all sit up there and make every excuse about why you can't lose the weight. It's hard. If you notice, all of them got the same story. Oh, I was depressed. This happened. That happened. This happened. That happened. And then when it's time for you to get your life together, you got 100 excuses why you can't. That's that. I don't really like that show. That show is full of shit. And they don't even realize you're going to get your 15 minutes of fame, but these networks are making money off y'all dumbasses. Some people don't be wanting no help. There's only a small portion of people I can probably say that went up there and actually got it together. I remember there was this one girl, I think she ended up dying. Not on the show, but I think after. And it was sad, but they don't be wanting no fucking help, man. Nowadays, everybody want to get on TV. Everybody got a sad ass story to tell. If you notice that TV is so fucking emotional today and so soft, everybody got a sad. Even with these game shows, everybody cry. You look at all these TV shows, everybody's emotional, man. I'm like, yo, man, TV is trash. TV is trash. Everybody got the same story to tell. Everybody. If you notice, nobody's story is different. Everybody's story is the same. Everybody. Everybody want their 15 minutes of fame just so they could sit there and say they ass was on TV. They didn't want help. They want sympathy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They don't want no help. They want sympathy. And if I'm looking like that, I don't even want to in a burger. Shut up, BC. See? Yo, BC, we gonna have a real conversation when I see you next week, man. Because you out of, in the words of Dub Right Side, you out of order, man. Shout out to my brother Dub Right Side, but in the words of Dub Right Side, you out of order, man. Let me not even say order, because you just said burger. So we ain't gonna even say order. I ain't gonna say order. I ain't gonna even say order, because that shit sound like, nah, forget it. Nah, but they don't want no help. They don't want no help, man. They don't want no help. And if I'm looking like that, I don't even want to be on TV. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I'm not even like, but hey, whatever, man. Not me though. I wouldn't want to be on TV. I wouldn't want to be seen. I wouldn't want to be seen. Me, I should have never told that story. No, but hey, it's true though. But this is the reason why we have to stay healthy. This is the reason why it's important to take walks. It's important to do any type of exercise. Because let me tell you something. Some of us was close to being just like that during COVID. I blew up to what, 175, 180 during COVID. That was bad for a guy 5'7". Shit, if I was 20 pounds away from being 200 pounds, that shit would have looked bad on me. If I didn't decide to get up and move around, you know what saved me? Is when me and my wife decided we wasn't going to sit here and wait for this thing to end. We started traveling. We was going to Atlantic City when the hotels was cheap to stay in. We was going swimming. We was going to Florida. We was moving around. We wasn't waiting for this shit to tell us when we can go outside and have fun. We was like, nah, we leaving. I did too. Now I'm straight. Yeah. We wasn't waiting, Josh. Me and Tiffany was like, we out the door. We not waiting. We wasn't waiting. He said, my life is a diet. Shit, I wish my life was a diet, BC. You're about to see me pig out next week. I didn't get to pig out like that last year because I had to attend to people. Oh, I'm acting the ass next week. Please believe that. No hesitation. No hesitation. He said, not me. Now, we're going to have some fish and some salad. We're going to have some healthy stuff. I don't know what these kids are smoking nowadays, Jeff. I don't know what the shit these kids are smoking. I did a whole live yesterday about kids, man. I did a whole live about them yesterday. Wanting these kids to stay safe out here, wanting them to just stay out the way. You know what? I could do a show like that. Now, you know, when we was coming up, right? And I don't want to make it sound like we super old, but when we was coming up, we smoked our marijuana. We had good shit. We never smoked anything that had us going crazy. When I first tried bud, I was no more than 15, 16. Never made me hallucinate. Never me run. I wasn't running out in the streets butt ass naked. None of that. It only made me do two things: eat and go to sleep. Shit these kids are smoking now ain't making them eat and go to sleep. It's got them thinking they Superman. Yeah, I try not to be where they be sometime. I'm not gonna lie. All kids is not bad, but I try not to be what they be. I really don't. That's why when I'm going somewhere and I know it's time for them to get out of school, I'm trying to come home before they get out of school because I don't want to be on the train with them. Yeah, yeah, Josh. I try not to be. And New York is annoying anyway because it ain't just the kids, it's just people in general. People in general are annoying in the city. This is the most annoying fucking city to ever live in. A great city, but annoying. I started at 17. Yeah, I quit smoking. I quit smoking when K2 came out. When they had K2, I was, what's that, 2010, 2011? I was 28 when I stopped. When I started seeing all my people that I was smoking with from the time I was, from the time we was kids, and they started getting on that K2 shit, and I started seeing what it was doing to them, I was like, yeah, I won't be smoking no more because now I can't take your blunt because I don't know what the fuck you got in it. So check this out. I'm done. I could have stayed smoking to myself, but I had no interest in it because it seemed like when I wanted to go around and smoke with other people, they was rolling up K2 and that shit just turned me off from smoking. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I was done. I was just like, I'm not doing it. I had no type of passion for it. Yeah, it was K2 mixed with all types of shit, rat poison. It had all type of stuff in it. And that's why people were tweaking out. People were hallucinating after smoking that shit, man. Yeah. Somebody in Florida had some of that, and I think they bit. I don't know if it was their roommate or a friend of theirs. They ended up biting their face off. It was in Florida a couple years ago, man. And it was off that stuff. Off that stuff. Yeah. But it made me stop. Yeah. I fell back. I was just like, yo, that's what we doing now? That's what we smoking? Heard you. I'm not doing that shit. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all can have that. Now, I won't say, I don't know if K2 still exists because times have changed and the shit that they smoking today is worse. It's worse. It ain't no smoking in my house anyway, so I don't even be too much worried about that. Real weed, no weed. So I be like, yeah, it don't even matter to me. Brother told me that before. I Yeah. Um, so we have to be mindful sometimes what we put in our bodies and what we do. Because it will sometimes have an effect on you. You know what I mean? Everybody can't be perfect, but patio. Yeah. You know what? For me, being that it's been so long since I've smoked, even with cigarettes, I just can't. I've been done with that since 2019. So for me, it's just I don't try to act like I'm better than anybody because once upon a time I used to smoke, but I noticed when you're not doing it no more, that shit stinks. We're gonna see Josh coming up here next year. We're going, hey BC, we're gonna get Josh up here next year. We got to get Josh up here next year. Josh, I need you and wifey to save all the coins. I need y'all up here in 2026, Josh. Come on, man. You can't let me down. And I started getting fat. That's what happened. My eating habits shot up to the sky. He said I was smoking pouring rain. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. Marky Dan? Oh, Marky Dan, what's up? I didn't even see Marky Dan come in. What up, Marky Dan? I ain't see you in a minute, man. Peace and blessings to you and your family, man. And I hope you're doing good out there where you at, brother. Yeah, man. If we can get Josh Sanders up here, man. If we can get Josh Sanders up here for August 15th of 2026, because I can't do it August 16th. That's a Sunday next year. If we can get Josh Sanders up here for August 15th of next year, it will be wonderful. It will be so wonderful to get him and the missus up here. And to get a lot of people, Miss Fields, a lot of people, man. We're gonna have a lot of people in the house next week. Shout out to Tay Tay. Shout out to my brother Drew Titan. Um, it's gonna be a lot of people in the building, man. It's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be a dope event, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. Everybody who's coming, if you feel free to bring something. If you like, um, it's up to y'all what you will bring. But it's gonna be a great celebration, man. Um, the third time's supposed to be a charm. Hopefully, this one will be a charm. and it will give me a better idea of what I need to do next year because you don't want to keep doing the same thing every year. At some point, you want to upgrade and you want to step it up. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing, stepping it up next year. Um, this year should have been a year, but me, I fucked up a lot of money. A lot of money I could have been getting, and I fucked it all up. And I'll take full responsibility in that as a man. Because when you are trying to make something work, you can't wait for a miracle to fall out the sky. You are responsible for how your events go. And when something doesn't go right, you can't point the finger at anybody else. You have to take full responsibility for it. So I have to take full responsibility for how things are going to turn out because I didn't do what it was that I was supposed to be doing. So I got so many different things I want to do when it comes to the barbecue besides just having a barbecue. I've had ideas of a back to school. But you know what's the problem with the back to school? Y'all back me up on this. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is with a back to school event. It's not so much just about a back to school event costs, because if you can get where, like I told you, you have to be your own sponsor and put your own money in. But unless you can get a sponsor, you can get the city or somebody to back you up on it. Okay, that might be the okay part. I don't know if parents, we are parents ourselves, right? But I don't think other parents understand that we're parents too, and I think that they think that we're stupid. You ever been at an event and they giving kids book bags or they just giving away stuff, and you always got them parents that either they're trying to get something for other parents that they know, or they trying to tell you that they got two or three other kids upstairs, but they came to the park with one kid. Tell me y'all haven't seen that. It is always that one dumbass parent who thinks that you're stupid. And why would I give you two or three other book bags? It ain't two other three kids with you. Now, of course, you got two other kids with you. They all get book bags, but then that'll be enough because then you'll be like, yeah, because I got a girlfriend that well, your girlfriend should have been here. It don't work like that. I don't know why these parents act stupid as if they don't know how this goes, but this is the reason why people don't want to do things for their community. Because sometimes these stupid parents do a little too much. Then the first thing they're the first ones to say, well, they don't ever do nothing for the community. They never do anything. Sometimes they don't want to do anything because y'all don't know how to act. Y'all act like y'all don't get anything. It'd be all that one kid and make the other ones. Yeah, I hate that, Josh. I swear I hate that. So I was thinking about doing the back to school giveaway, but then I'm like, sometimes that shit is a headache because people study appreciating that, they take advantage of it and then tell the kid to go up there, go get another book bag. And the kid be like, I got a book bag. They're not, go up there and go get another book bag. And they'd be crazy. It's like you got to make people sign off for a book bag. Sign your name right here, man. Can't just go up and give them a book bag. Sign your name right here. Just to make sure they don't, you know what I mean? Because it don't so much be the kids, it be these dumbass parents. That should be crazy. I'm like, and I'm the type of person where remember what I said, you got to pay attention to your surroundings. I see that child walk up, I'm looking at that child again, like, yeah, make sure they don't walk back up here. Because if they walk back up here again, it's because their parents sent them to try to get another book bag. Oh, my mama said, I don't care what your mama said. Take your book bag, go on about your business. Sounds mean, but so that was one of the things that I was thinking about doing, a back to school. Back to school is always great. It's all about serving the community or doing something great. But when you sit and you think about it, sometimes an idea should stay an idea because some people are just have you where you don't want to do anything for the community. They're really happy with, like, you don't want to do anything. And then they got the nerve to be like, yo, why don't you? No, I don't want to do that because it's too much that come with that because y'all don't appreciate shit. Y'all don't appreciate anything. So it's so much that I want to do when it comes to the No Duck Zone annual barbecue. Is it always going to be an annual barbecue? I don't know. I might add on to it. Might be a No Duck Zone annual barbecue slash back to school giveaway. Because you always got to add some to it to keep people interested, to keep more people wanting to come. Now, for right now, my events are always a private event because if you don't get an invite, you can't pop up. But I know with a back to school, you can't make that private. It's back to school. So is that something that I want to do? Or do I want to keep having it where it's invites only? Because eventually people are going to think what you do is dope and they're going to want to be a part of it. But it's kind of hard to open those doors to everybody because when it comes to people who look like us sometimes, they come with the ignorant shit. And my event is not just some little barbecue that you used to going to and getting high and drinking and tearing shit up. It's a celebration. It's about people coming together and celebrating. You know, you can go to a regular barbecue. That's why I say mine is not a regular barbecue. You can go to a regular barbecue and you don't know what might pop off. But when you come to a No Duck Zone annual barbecue, it won't be none of that trashy ghetto, none of that bullshit. We're gonna come, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna joke, we're gonna drink. Some people are gonna smoke for the smokers. We're gonna tell jokes. We're gonna take pictures, and we're gonna be a family. Some people don't know what that means. People go into cookouts and now they fights are breaking out. People are being shot. So when I think about blending what I do in with the rest of the world, I have to sit back and think about it and be like, but do I want to stay boxed in where I'm just keeping everything private? I don't want to do that because at some point, the world is going to acknowledge what it is that I'm doing. It's not about me having, I don't need to have a big YouTube channel for the world to know exactly what it is that I'm doing because you got to remember, this shit is almost like being in a rap game. There's some people who can sell and there's some that can't. So some are going to get noticed for. You might get noticed even though you don't sell like that. I don't sell like that. I accept that because I'm never going to be a sellout to get people to know who I am. If you don't recognize me for just who I am and the type of person I am, and I'm a zero tolerance person, if you don't acknowledge that, then I don't know what to tell you. But I will never be no bootlicker or no ass kisser for me to get my name out there. That's just something that I'm not going to do. I'm always going to stay me. I'd rather you hate me for me being me than to like me for me being somebody that I'm not. So that's pretty much how that goes. It goes like that. So after getting next Saturday out the way, um, I want to say maybe late. I said September, but I want to let everybody know probably maybe December. Depends on how I'm feeling. Maybe December, because I don't know if that's enough time for some of y'all, but I think it is because it's August of next year. By December, I'll probably go ahead and just jump out there and announce the next annual barbecue, which I already announced it, but it's when it's going to be official tissue. And once I announce for next year, like I've been doing for the last 3 years, you guys got enough time to put in for your jobs and tell your jobs. But if I tell you something September or December, it's enough time, and you got until August. Enough time. Um, so yeah, we're going pretty much make that happen. And I think next year is going to be popping even more. Because there's another event. There's a lot of other events going on. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I think next year is gonna just be popping. This year is probably gonna be the last year for it just probably being a regular barbecue. I got some things I need to sit and talk to the wife about. Once I can sit and talk to her about what it is that we need to do and put together, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to see what we can make happen, where we can make it easier for us because this time around is difficult. Shout outs to my wife, my best friend, my ride or die, my everything, my world, my partner in crime. Shouts to her, shouts to my girl Eb, who's 2 years in a row has come here, spent the night, got up the next day, helped my wife. She's been consistent with it, love her to death. Jay Gibson, what's up, my brother? Love her to death. And it's been amazing. Jay Gibson, next year, Jay Gibson, I want to see you in New York for my annual barbecue, man. All right, Jay Gibb, next year, Jay Gibb. Next year, I need you next August in New York. I need you here, man. Want to see you here, Jay Gibb. I don't know what you got planned for August of next year. I want to see you up here, brother. Want to see you up here. Come on up here next year, man. Need you up here, man. You've been one of my supporters for a while now. A lot of you guys have been my supporters for a while, and I want to share my accomplishments with the people who made it possible for me. So, yes, next year. But there's all type of different ideas I'm thinking about doing for next year. Next Saturday will be great. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna live it up. But if I could get Jay Gibb out here and I could get Josh Sanders out here, my man Al B, Miss Fields. Hey, listen, hey Josh, you just heard Jay Gibb, right? Come on now, Josh. Come on now, Josh. Come on now. I need you. Hey, Josh, I need y'all out here, man. I'm not just saying it. I need y'all out here. It's very important. I know New York is a very expensive city. Nobody's actually y'all to come stay out here for a week or two. I mean, get your money's worth while you out here. But come on, man. If you out here 4 days, it's cool. On the clothing stores, oh yeah, man. It's a oh shit. There's plenty of that. I don't shop no more, man. I order my shit now because I don't know, man. I'm gonna get back to shopping, but I just don't do it no more like that, like I used to, man. I be feeling like when you shopping, everybody's watching you. This is a city where everybody watch you do every fucking thing. Go to an ATM, you go shopping, you go get something to eat, check cash in places. Everybody watch you. That's why I don't. All my money come on cards, man. That's why I be like, I don't go to no check cash in place in Western Union no more. These fools will watch you all day. That's why I get my money on my card, bro. I don't need to be watched. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, come up, yeah, man. You know, like I said, I said September, but by December, I'm gonna announce the next barbecue, and not just the date, but I'm gonna get more into what it is that I want to do. I got a late start, and I should have been doing it this year. I got a late start, and my mind just wasn't focused. My financial wasn't there, and I blame myself because I could have made next Saturday real popping, much popping, but it's okay. You can't do everything, and you can't be trying to break your neck to do anything, but it's gonna be made up. We gonna get it going. We gonna get it going. I'm not going too much trip about that. But anybody for next Saturday, y'all, you know what it is. If you want to, if not, it's okay. Y'all could donate to the Cash App so we can finish helping with next Saturday. Um, we got a lot more stuff we're gonna add. You know, we trying to get everything as much as we can. But we got majority of the stuff that we need. But we definitely gonna go out there and we gonna do what we do. You know what I mean? Your boy need a haircut, and I ain't gonna get a haircut. I'm just gonna give me a nice lineup. Every year I've had a haircut, not this year. Just get a lineup, and I'm gonna keep my hair in the back. Pop up with my No Doug Zone shirt. Remember, any No Doug Zone merch, from coffee mugs to the book bags to the sweaters to the tees. Make donations for that, and I'll try to get them. Not try, but I can get them orders out. They won't be here by next Saturday, but depends when I get the cash apps. Y'all seen what the sweaters look like, the book bags look like. You know, y'all kids. You know, y'all have kids. Some of y'all have grandchildren. You know what I mean? I'll try to get them book bags out, either mailed to y'all. We're gonna do whatever we gotta do. Coffee mugs, whatever. Just holler at me. Let me get up out of here, y'all. I gotta get my day started. Even though it's Friday, I got at least one or two things I need to do today. Then I'm gonna sit back and relax. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for always joining me for these morning chop ups. Yesterday I was supposed to do something and I didn't, but I'm definitely gonna come back today and do something. There ain't no guarantee that it's gonna be YouTube. Could be Instagram. It all depends on what I feel like. Might come back and talk some boxing. I don't really know what's going on in boxing. That's why I ain't been entertained. It seems like it's the same story. I don't know. That's why I started the morning chop ups, because there don't be shit to talk about. Love you too, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love all y'all, man. You know I love y'all. I gotta call you, Josh. I think I still got your number. I'm gonna look. I got your number in my old phone. I'm gonna look it up and put it in my new phone, and then we gotta talk. We ain't talked in a minute, so we'll do that. But till then, love y'all. Catch y'all later. Make sure y'all smash the like button, like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.